I was diagnosed with a loose connection in my brain when I was in second grade. They told me that I had ADHD, depression, and anxiety, and that was back in 2002. Fuck you, Jordan. I'm not old. And they were just shoving pills down my throat. And then, like, literally every other week, they would have me try a different pill because they'd be like, and how's this one work? And I'm like, nope, I still feel like killing myself. These pills are not doing it. And I'm like 10 years old. And it finally got to the point that I told my mom, I'm like, you know what? I feel like killing myself or other people. I'm just not going to take these pills anymore. And she's like, that's probably the right call. That's probably it. So then I had to go talk to a therapist about it. And they're like, well, so how are you going to deal with the depression? And I'm like, I guess I'll just stop fucking being sad.
I'll just fucking raw dog it.
I'll just
Right.
stop taking the pills and
I've been raw dogging it ever since. And I think I'm okay.
I hope you know that's how this episode's going to start.
I hope not. No.
Yeah, dude. I remember when I was prescribed Adderall and like the first like couple days I took it, I felt like, every time I take it, I feel like a fucking robot. I remember being in math class and like feeling like I was jumping in the Gundam mech suit, like
right? And like
quadratic formulas.
Right, and like you just know.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
So they figured out I had like severe ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
I had 3 months left of my senior year. Mm-hmm. And they put me on Adderall. I literally made up like 8 credits in 3 months.
Yeah. No, Adderall. I went on, in college, I went on a 3-day bender for finals. Yeah. And it was all Adderall and coffee.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I remember being in high school. And so that's why I don't do it. I'm prescribed Adderall still, but I don't like to take it, nor do I like refill my prescriptions.
Right.
You know, I don't keep it because I know how pills can be. I'm okay with doing drugs. Drugs are cool. I like smoking weed. I can, do mushrooms, whatever. Doing drugs is cool. I'm cool with that. You get
Do drugs, kids. It's cool.
Yeah, this is my show. Doing drugs is cool. You're okay with to do some drugs as long as they're like okay drugs.
That's the episode. That's the episode title, and that's where people are like, oh, "He said it."
But yeah, it's like when you start getting into like pills and stuff like that, and you start to really feel the effects. It's like, okay, I'm not just kind of getting high and like acting a little goofy anymore. It's like I'm a completely different being now.
My teachers would make jokes because my foot would start going.
Yeah,
and they're like, Jake's got his Adderall. He's about to get 2 credits done today. And I would. I seriously would.
Yeah.
I would knock out 2 or 3 credit classes in a day.
It's scary how like helpful it can be if you need it to be type thing,
I realized I got sent to the hospital when I was 18 involuntarily. Like someone literally just called the police.
Yeah.
And were like, hey, you need to go to his house and pick him up. And I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty shitty of someone to do.
Wow.
But yeah, so the fucking police came and they put me in the back of an ambulance and they took me to the hospital. And I realized 2 things that day. Number one, how easy it is to cheat the American medical system and just be like, yeah, no, I'm fine. And they're like, okay, are you really fine? Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. Okay. And at the same time, like they probably would have prescribed me like lithium or some kind of antidepressant there.
Oh yeah.
And like even at that point, I just still wouldn't have taken it, and they couldn't have done anything at that point.
Right.
So like,
it's
a wash.
With my kidney stones, they prescribed me Percocet, and so during my whole stint with kidney stones, I was prescribed more than just Percocet. There was a lot.
Oh, real professional, Jake.
Way to go, man! On my own show, you're gonna let your phone. Wow.
Somebody posted in Medina Mom.
Works at the biggest news station in Cleveland.
Wait, Medina Moms. What happened?
Subtitle.
Hold on,
do drugs.
Hold on, no.
Moms.
It's a friend of mine. This is actually very useful.
Is she a Medina Mom?
No, but she's in the group. So
wait,
she works.
Are you a Medina Mom?
Yeah. Wait, why are you in the group?
Because there's so much drama in this group. You have no idea.
I love that.
So she works in the medical field. Well, real quick, shout out to Hannah.
Yeah,
she's asking this question. So she works in the medical field. She walks/stands for 10 plus hours a day. Leave your best few recommendations. Doesn't necessarily have to be cheap. Willing to invest in comfort.
Tell her to get some Dr. Scholl's.
Yeah, the Dr. Scholl's insoles. Yeah.
Converse high tops.
Yeah.
No.
She's going to look sick as fuck.
Hold on. Should we just send her a Snapchat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we giving out recommendations?
Yeah, we can do that. All right, hold on. Hi, Hannah. We're filming a podcast. We're recording a podcast.
Hello.
And we saw your post in Medina Moms. I say, and Shayne says, get the Dr. Scholl's insoles where you stand on the machine.
Yeah, it gives you like it will give you insoles fit for your specific feet.
Right. I'm wearing mine right now. No
Really?
joke. I am.
Wow.
They're incredible.
Are they?
Jordan, what do you say to do?
Get some Converse, high tops, you'll look sick as fuck.
Well, that wouldn't be comfortable. But yeah, do that. Stand on the machine. I think I'm a 420. Fucking blazing.
That's the weed number.
It is the weed number.
Very
but do
nice.
that. Get some Dr. Scholl's. That's our recommendation. We are professionals.
Not at feet.
I heard about you, buddy.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Okay, that's all. Goodbye, Hannah. Say bye to Hannah.
Bye, Hannah.
Can I get a replay of that real quick?
And we saw your post in Medina Moms. But yeah, shout out to Medina Moms. They're so.
Everybody listening, go join Medina Mom.
Yeah,
do it because a
Flood
friend
the
of mine.
page.
So a friend of mine is the admin.
Oh, good shit.
So she'll get pissed off about it.
Just flood the fucking page.
I'm gonna send that to her. Now I have to keep my sound on in case she replies.
I don't think. Pretty sure you still get notified with
Well,
that.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No. So let me ask you this.
No.
I have a genuine question.
Answer.
I have an alarm set for 6:30 for 6 o'clock every day, just to remind me that it's 6 o'clock
AM or PM?
p.m.
Slightly less okay, but all right.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It keeps you like in check with time if you
Right.
subscribe to those laws. But I
Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean if you subscribe to those laws?
have time.
You have to.
No, you don't.
No, you do.
don't.
Disagree
No, you
strongly.
If you want to watch Monday Night Raw and it starts at 8 o'clock, they're not going to start it at 9 because you think it should
Not
start.
if in your reality it's Wednesday at 10 p.m.
May I? May I?
Yeah.
So
You may.
if I decide today, what time is it right now?
9:55.
Okay, so it's almost 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I decide today that I'm going to start living my life 2 hours back, so as long as I know that 8 o'clock my time is 10 o'clock your time, the world goes on. All my clocks say 8 o'clock, and I live in the 8 o'clock, you live in the 10 o'clock.
Okay, so what about...
Time is a concept of human perception.
So then when you have to work at 8 o'clock...
No, I got to work at 5 o'clock.
No, you got to work at 6 o'clock.
Oh,
6
fuck
o'clock,
off.
yeah, my bad. I got to work at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's all about
It's
how...
the same exact thing as time zones, because time zones shouldn't exist
Because
either.
so let me ask you this then.
Okay.
Do you think that we created time, or do you think that time has just been here and we just happened upon it?
Oh, no, we created time.
So then there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
But it's
you-
something we all follow. That's like going, well, 1 and 1 could
Well, yeah,
equal 2,
but exactly.
I want it to equal 3.
But what you just
No,
said
because
is
that
that's
doesn't make
something
sense.
that we all follow. Why?
Because that's just the way that it is.
This guy lives in a fucking
This
society.
guy's a fucking conformist.
This guy
Not at
lives in
all.
a fucking society.
Oh, Starbucks is the most mass-produced communist chain. Better go get some fucking coffee at Starbucks.
Yeah, it's still what 9:55, 9:56 to you. Yeah, okay.
I mean,
okay,
if
but-
somebody...
This guy living his fucking
Yeah,
956.
wow.
I mean, I will
reality.
say this: if somebody
Yeah.
wants to bring me a vanilla bean cream, I'm all about it. But, like,
I'll give you some cream.
hey
buddy.
now, no, that's some good shit.
who's
That's good shit, pal.
who's the
Who's the coffee
flamboyant homosexual older man with large mustache and he's from something he's
guy? Are you thinking of Lovitz? He doesn't have a
his name-
mustache.
He's married.
And
He's,
he's
not
also not
gay.
gay, yeah.
no
We spoke about this last time.
He
I was gonna
at
say we
the-
talked about it.
Yeah, we
I'm
did.
thinking about him because he closed out the first Jackass movie.
I know who it's not. Sam Elliott.
No, he's straight.
That's a man's man.
Well, I mean, a gay guy would be a man's man too.
How the fuck do you milk an almond?
Rip Taylor. Do you guys know Rip Taylor?
Rip
Why is
Taylor.
that sound? Show me a picture. Why is he sound so
Yeah,
familiar?
why is that?
Yeah, Rip Taylor.
Wait, let me find.
Is he dead?
I don't know. It's very possible.
I'm getting him confused with Rip Torn, and those are two completely different people.
Was that Hulk Hogan?
This guy is very, very flamboyant.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he voiced Dale Gribble's father on King of the Hill, because he was a gay rodeo clown.
Yeah, he died in 2019. Rest in peace.
Oh, Rip.
Yeah.
Rip.
Rip
Yeah.
Taylor.
Just
Tim Taylor.
Yeah, Rip Taylor. Yeah, Rip Taylor.
He was his years active were the 1950s to 2019.
Tim Taylor? God
No,
damn.
no, Rip
the Tool
Taylor.
Man's
No,
been
Rip
at it
Taylor.
a long time.
No, Tim Taylor used to work in news in Cleveland.
No, Tim Taylor worked on Tool Time.
Yeah.
And he worked on his Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that Dave Chappelle got a spin-off from one episode of Home Improvement that he was in?
Is that the Chappelle Show?
No, it was one like in like the early 90s.
No.
Yeah. I saw this the other day. So literally it was him in oh god.
Was this in the thing that you
Jay-
were talking about earlier with all the other
No.
about the Norm thing? Oh.
No,
okay,
this
okay.
is what's the comedian Norm?
Norm Macdonald.
No, he's a comedian Jay. He was on SNL for a little bit. Anyways,
I am the wrong person.
I'm gonna look it up as I explain it. But so he and
Jay Michaels?
no. Jay Moore.
The only Moore I know is Trevor. Okay,
Jay
I know
Moore.
the face.
Yeah.
So he and Jay Moore were going to have a sitcom based off a spinoff when they were in the crowd of Home Improvement. Tim Taylor gave them like relationship advice. Then Dave Chappelle came back and he's like, dude, you got to help me out. Like my girl saw the show and she's pissed.
Mm-hmm.
So then like Tim Taylor sits him down and then like they work through the relationship problem.
Yeah.
They were going to have a whole spinoff. They had a whole season of it, but they ended up replacing Jay Moore. So there was no chemistry between Dave Chappelle and the other guy. And like literally on the DVD of the first season, it says the show Dave Chappelle doesn't want you to watch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very interesting.
Right.
So
I have a lot of shows like
so
that.
you're saying that the guy they replaced Jay Moore with, Dave Chappelle did not have chemistry with?
None
Wow.
whatsoever.
Have you seen any of it?
I've seen like bits and pieces.
Is that
It's bad.
really okay?
Dave Chappelle's great.
Yeah. No.
Because
Yeah.
Like I'm one of those people. Like even when I watch movies, I go, "That movie sucked," but so and so did a great job.
Yeah, I agree.
So like Dave Chappelle did
Like
a great
John
job.
Cena and Fred.
Well, no,
Exactly.
but
Exactly.
like Dwayne Johnson and Sutherland Tales. Dwayne Johnson did a great job. That's a terrible movie.
Like Dwayne Johnson and Doom.
That was
Like
a great
Dwayne
movie.
Johnson and the Scorpion King.
That was a great movie.
I just blame the CGI for that one.
I
That movie
applaud the
doomed itself.
CGI.
Yeah.
Doomed itself.
Oh.
Because Dwayne Johnson.
Hey, give me the rundown.
Ha, gay. The Rock.
Hey, be cool. Be cool.
Pie, right? When he has singing that song about when he a pie. It's like that one, right?
Hey, you guys. Hey.
It's. I know.
Hey, remember the pie song? You gotta-
I'm really. Thanks for keeping me so in the know about the
Little,
WWE stuff. I'm glad that I can
Little Johnny
pull
Cena.
out these little niche references.
Yeah, no problem.
Little.
I appreciate it. You know.
Yeah.
So witty, am I?
What happened to this conversation?
What happened?
We were talking about antidepressants when we started this.
Yeah. And
Oh,
now
yeah,
you see why we need to be on them.
yeah. We started talking about pills. Yeah, now you see why we started talking about pills.
Speaking of pills, this dandelion water ain't
Yeah,
bad.
your throat closing up yet? He just keels over.
Jake, are you alright? So the episode ends. You still breathing
Will
over
Jake
there?
die? That is the question. Tune in next week for.
I think it's really interesting. The Buzz Lightyear movie coming out. It's the movie. So it's the movie that Andy, who is the owner of the toys in
Yes.
Toy Story, it's the movie that he watched to make him want the Buzz Lightyear action figure.
I already have an issue with this.
Which I'm hearing the movie is shit.
I heard it was shit all. Well,
Yeah.
I heard that it wasn't doing the numbers that it was expected to.
Yeah,
which means shit.
Yeah, I heard it's a shitty movie.
Yeah.
Do you not remember Toy Story 1, though? He watches a commercial.
Well, I mean,
Well, yeah, but it's based off of that.
yeah,
commercial.
it's
Yeah.
based off the, you know.
It's the same way that the movie Toy Story had the commercial for Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
That's the one with Duke Nukem in it, right?
Yeah.
Duke
Okay.
Nukem.
They're making a Duke Nukem live action movie.
Is
Art
Chris
still.
Pratt playing him?
I
I
didn't
thought The Rock was playing him.
something like that.
Really?
It's some kind of crazy concept, but
I remember hearing about that like a couple of years ago. That it was like
yeah.
a concept, but I didn't know. If
you
it was
know
a
Duke
thing.
Nukem taking forever to release, so
That is true.
typical
Typical Duke Nukem.
Yeah, in true Duke Nukem style. But so
Groovy.
I think it's
My Duke Nukem.
interesting that we have gotten to a point where like mass moviegoers can be like, yeah, I get the concept of this is supposed to be a movie within a movie type
Yeah,
thing.
we're getting meta with our plot.
Yeah. And I think it's going to, I mean, I think we're kind of already here with this, multiverse Marvel and everything everywhere all at once, but like we're getting more abstract with our concepts. And I don't know, it's kind of interesting.
I thought about that the other day. It's like, imagine like 30 years ago. Jake, you can imagine. Imagine 30 years ago. Someone giving you a movie and be like, this is a movie. But also, this takes place in 3 different realities, and they're the same person, but they're not the same person. Like, that wasn't a concept that was widely accepted. People like, I feel like the mass would be confused.
I don't think it would be baffling for an individual if you, like, explain to them like a brief, like, okay, multiverse is different dimensions.
Hold on, we're talking. No, they would get it. Star Wars released the second half of the fucking movies in the 70s.
I'm saying like,
and people were fine with it.
I'm saying you take someone in like,
yeah, but I don't think, was it the case with the Star Wars at the time where were those called like 4, 5, and 6?
Yeah.
When they came out, they were called Star Wars 4, 5, and 6.
No,
I mean,
Star
I know
Wars was called Star Wars when it came out.
Well, no,
you know
you had
I mean.
the Emperor Strikes Back. He didn't strike the first time.
They didn't. No, yeah, they didn't change it to New Hope, or it was New Hope, but they didn't actually change it to the episode title until the prequels were released.
Yeah, I feel like it only became 4, 5, and 6 when the prequels came out.
Well, yeah, but everybody...
I could be mistaken, but...
Well, but everybody knew that those were the second half.
I don't know if it was accepted that was the second half.
I think, yeah, no, people knew.
I do think it's funny, and like, there's a very minute group, right? And I think my dad's one of them. It's like, my dad watched I don't know if he ever saw the prequels, if I'm being honest, but he at least watched the first 3. I remember watching with him. And it's funny though, like there's a group of people, and I've done this a few times. That's funny. My dad just texted me. There's a group of people that like, you say like, oh, it's Star Wars. And they're like, yeah, I watched Star Wars back when it was just Star Wars. And it was the first one. I'm like, why are you mad about this, dude? Like, I didn't number them.
Yeah.
It was just Star Wars when I watched it. I'm like, okay.
Back in my day.
People get mad when the thing that they know changes to something they don't quite understand anymore.
Right.
Those damn Guardians.
You know? Yeah.
I love the Guardians.
Do you?
I
think the Guardians are great.
Legally, you do.
Legally, I love the Guardians.
That's all I need to know.
I'll give you my genuine opinion, motherfuckers. I don't think it's that bad. And if you want to be pissy about, they're changing Chief Wahoo, go fuck yourself. It's a baseball team. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a, the Guardians, I'm so mad. It's not that thing that I used to know so well. I have shirts, but the shirts are going to be... Go fuck yourself. It's a little... They swing bats and hit balls. Shut the fuck up. It's not that big of a deal.
Baseball has never been that big of a deal. It's the worst sport. I'm sorry.
It's the nation's pastime.
That's
They'll tell you all about it.
It's a game about waiting.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut here. I don't want to get in trouble.
You're going to get fired for doing a fucking podcast.
Yeah, I'm not looking to have number 11 and 12.
Yeah.
I pushed that boundary last week. I'm good.
But hey, speaking of, did you hear that our school logo or our school team name got changed?
Yeah, and here's my issue with it, right? So we went to the school. It was called the Redskins.
How dare you say that?
Don't get offended yet. So let me tell the story. So, okay, here's the thing. The Cuyahoga Valley, Cuyahoga Valley was inhibited by different tribes of Native Americans. That's how it was founded, right? So at least there is reference to why the school was originally named the Redskins.
It's called Cuyahoga Heights.
Right.
That's very clearly Native American and that is understandable.
They changed the name this year. The school's been open since 1922 or something.
Yeah, it's an older school.
They changed the name this year to the Red Wolves.
Yeah, very weird name.
Which, here's my biggest gripe.
It feels like a very Gen Z name.
It's a very random... It's a very random name generator.
It seems like your Xbox would give you that name when you first started.
Red Wolf 236.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
X. But here's the thing that bothers me about it. I've lived in that area for the majority of my life.
Yes.
If they would have named it the Coyotes, the Red Foxes, anything else that makes sense for the area, I would be okay with it at least.
Yeah.
But when the fuck have I ever seen... Number one, what is a red wolf?
It's a wolf that's red.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Number 2, I've never seen a red wolf or a wolf in general in Cuyahoga Heights, Ohio.
Yeah,
Maybe that's because your eyes aren't open to the perception of it.
Wolves are just a concept of human perception, man.
Stay woke, Jordan. Stay woke.
If I want my cat to be a wolf, who's to say it's not, man?
Yeah, man.
Every third blink is slower. Who listens to this shit?
Nobody.
So, what made you definitively like? I mean, I guess for you it was just that you had Pepsi in your house, but like when you would go
I'm
out.
sorry. Where did this come from?
No, listen. Just let me go.
Alright.
What? Like you go out and
Yeah.
you have like the Coke Freestyle machine. What do you pick? I don't know where
You're
I was
talking
going with
like
that
the
first
fancy
half.
ones
Yeah.
that like Wendy's and
Yeah.
Burger King have
Yeah.
now?
What do you pick? I changed my question.
You were gonna ask why I picked Pepsi over Coke originally.
Yeah, but now I
'Cause it
like
tastes
this.
better.
I like this freestyle question a little better.
Well, if it is Wendy's, they have, and I never noticed
What?
this. No, because Wendy's has a different option that the other ones don't have.
Really?
If you go to Wendy's, they have Dave's cream soda,
Oh.
which I didn't know was a thing until I saw. I'm like, that's interesting. Very fucking good. So if you go to Wendy's, get Dave's vanilla cream soda.
I don't think you're
Very
allowed to
good.
drink it though, because that's Dave's. It's not Jordan's.
Don't
Yeah,
fucking,
that's
don't,
true.
Don't fucking tell him. Don't fucking tell him.
That's only for Dave.
I pick water.
God, this fucking guy.
No, seriously.
Okay.
Honestly,
Okay.
think about it.
Hang on.
Jordan, how long have you known me? Have you ever seen me drink a pop? I will drink an energy drink all day.
See, but where did what's
haven't.
that? What is that logic?
Yeah.
What
I
is
don't-
that logic?
I don't drink pop. I
He
never
drinks
have.
soda.
But you drink energy drinks.
Right.
That's worse than pop.
It's not though.
It is.
No, it's not. It's zero sugar.
No, they're worse.
I
definitely
don't
worse.
I don't like the taste of pop. I don't like the syrup. I've drank maybe
See, I was just talking with Jordan about this, and what you said is very interesting because I was just talking with Jordan about all energy drinks, at least in my opinion, have always had like a harsh afterbite, like a carbonated afterbite.
I disagree. I think pop has that.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just
Interesting.
I've
okay.
drank
No, yeah, that's you. Yeah.
like I'll drink I will drink root beer.
Interesting.
Root beer I'll drink.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's not as carbonated.
No, root beer has a different taste.
Yeah.
Same with Mountain Dew. There are people who like only drink Mountain Dew and drink it religiously. It's like part of their heritage.
I drank maybe
I understand it. I mean,
Like-
I'm like, sure, fuck it.
Well,
yeah.
you can't have the Confederate flag anymore, so you got to have Mountain Dew.
wow.
That's the rule.
So
Uh-huh.
I'm trying.
Look, you guys can actually hear me now. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, hey. So yeah, I'm trying to think. I've maybe drank in total between Coke and Pepsi maybe 5 cans in my life.
That's
That's
insane.
insane.
Yeah.
I drank
insane. Good
5
for
cans
you.
in the past 2 days.
Good for you, honestly.
And I mean, when I was like really fat, could you imagine how much more fat I would have been if I drank pop every day?
Even then, you didn't drink pop?
No.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. I got that fat all by myself.
I
I was pushing 300 with no
I didn't need no
no
help.
pop.
With no
I was just
help.
like, "Oh, let's go."
No help.
Give me those cookies.
I will say, you sitting here as a water guy, right? Would you consider yourself a water guy?
For the most part,
Okay. For the record, and you can go back and check this.
yeah. Okay.
About 2 years ago,
Oh boy. Okay.
we did a water taste test on the show.
Yeah.
And you got all of them wrong except for tap.
Okay. Well, I fucking love water.
I'm just letting you know, just letting everyone know
Okay, that's
that
fine.
you can sit here and people
fake
can act
water
like
fan.
water tastes different, but it's not that different.
It does taste
very,
different.
Very minute.
If it's cold,
very minute.
if it is cold, you can tell the difference.
Have you?
You didn't.
Have you ever tried?
It wasn't cold. It was
Oh, it
room
was cold.
temperature.
Oh, fuck off. It was
Oh,
cold.
fuck you.
Have you ever tried Liquid Death?
I have.
Do you like it?
I do.
Do the mountain water or the sparkling?
No, I can't. I don't like sparkling water.
I don't like sparkling water either.
Yeah,
I've only
it's
done
icky.
the mountain water.
The mountain water's good.
Yeah.
If I have a preferred water that I go to that's not like flavored, like I'm okay with flavored water.
Do you do LaCroix?
Ew.
stuff
I
like that?
don't.
Okay.
I don't. I usually do the. Oh, what is it?
Or like, do you do LaCroix-esque products?
No,
Good. I don't like those.
I'm trying to think. The water I get it at Speedway every day because with my Speedway card, it's I buy 4, I get the 5th one free.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh god,
Consumerism.
it's like essential water.
Yeah, I know the
and
brand.
it's good. It's very refreshing,
Okay.
and I usually drink it on my way to work.
Okay.
But yeah, I have like water wise, I probably drink like 5 or 6 of those bottles a day, so I'm constantly pissing at work.
Yeah, I piss a lot too.
Yeah.
I'm very much a drinker more than I am an eater.
Right.
You know,
Same.
I like drinking things more than
and you feel full.
Yeah, and I think also too it goes. I feel full. Yes, I feel full. It's easier to do. I feel like there's more. And maybe this is obvious. This one will differ for you, but I feel like I get more flavor diversity. I feel like I can do more. I can have a smoothie. I can do a lot.
I don't appreciate you taking a big old sip of that bottle of Grey Goose next to like it was water just now.
Fuck off. Listen, don't fucking... don't you dare. Don't talk to me. Okay, you bitch.
Yeah.
With your bandana on.
I think it's interesting how... So Rick and Morty is like... I'm pretty sure they're confirmed up to like 5 more seasons or something like that. We're going to be watching Rick and Morty for a long time. Like Rick and Morty is already solidified as like the next
Simpsons.
Yeah, Simpsons, Family Guy. Like it's already there. It's already in all the vape shop and head shops on all the bongs, and it's been established as like the new sitcom for adult comedy cartoons.
Good. If that means we can phase out Family Guy, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah, I'm definitely done with Family Guy. I'm definitely done. Even like the new, even if it's like a new episode that I haven't seen, I'm just like, eh.
I'm pretty sure we talked about this. I was done with Family Guy when I was like fucking 13.
Yeah. It's
and like
because
that's
you go
target demo.
Yeah.
When you go through the phase of like, I love Family Guy, I love Family Guy, I love Family Guy, and then you're done with it.
Well, and it's all the same shit.
Yeah,
it's just,
it's a poop
oh
joke.
my gosh, Lois, that reminds me of the time when I was outside with O.J. Simpson. And then there's a
flashback.
Yeah, and
exactly.
it's like, I'm outside with O.J. Simpson. Hey there, Peter, I'm O.J. Simpson.
He does all these impressions all the time. And his Peter Griffin was, hey, yeah, Peter, I'm out with
Well,
O.J.
yeah, because
Simpson.
I'm making fun of it. I mean, like, I could do a decent Peter.
Do it.
Well, I'd have to hear him.
Peter.
There you go.
Peter. That's pretty good, Peter.
Yeah.
You eating donuts again, homie?
I'm pretty good at Peter. Peter.
Peter.
I'm good
Peter,
at
what are you doing, Peter? Peter, stop it, Peter, stop it.
Hey, Peter.
Hey there, Peter. Hey, Peter, why don't you go get my poop sack?
I always
Oh,
think,
no.
I always think of, anytime I hear that voice, I always think of the Devils from Seinfeld.
See, I always think of high five.
Grace Monkey.
You're a Grace Monkey. Grace
Grace
Monkey. High five.
Come on, high five. Feels like an Arby's.
Oh wait, hey, what was wrong with Jurassic World? Because I was excited for it and I was watching all of them in anticipation.
So,
not gonna lie,
it's 2 completely different stories, and it comes together and it does not pay off. But
and it's the last Jurassic.
I mean,
World movie.
there to me, and you guys will notice this when you watch it because you're gonna end up
I'm
watching.
not going to watch
I'm
it.
probably
I
gonna
haven't
watch
seen
it
any
at
of
some
them.
point.
You honestly, you
I've
should.
seen the first one,
You
that's
should
it.
just for this reason.
I don't like
There wasn't
dinosaurs.
enough Dr. Malcolm, which bothers me. And I feel like they cut off a bunch of his lines. Because you know when Jeff Goldblum starts talking, he does that when he starts imagining. And at one point he's giving like, remember in the first movie where they're doing like the Laura Dern, I can never remember the character's name, but the blonde scientist.
Yeah.
She's going down there to turn the electricity back on.
Yeah.
They kind of do the same thing.
Oh.
So she's down there, she's doing, and at one point he's like, "Okay, find the switch that," and it just cuts to her, and I'm like, "That was a real shitty editing job.
Yeah.
That was bad. Like to the point, a friend of mine who knows nothing about editing looks at me and he's like, "Was that was bad, right?"
That was weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, "That was shit."
He's looking real old nowadays. Like, he don't look good.
Goldblum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think he looked that bad.
I don't think he's looking great.
I
Really?
Jeff
Probably not
Goldblum
bad
is-
for his age, but like it's weird because like I've only ever seen him young in things.
I mean, I think he still is one of my favorite like media presences, but I think he's getting a little bit too, like, people are hyping him up a little bit too much in recent,
I'll give you that.
you know,
He's
I will
also
give you that.
he's
in
in
recent
that.
years he's been too big for his brit. I don't want to say too big for his britches, but you know,
I mean, he pretty much looks the same, just no black hair.
he looks the same.
That's not what I'm thinking. So he's in this like renters insurance or like renting app commercial,
yeah,
theapartments.com.
and it plays
yeah.
all the fucking time, and it's really made me sour on him.
Well, he's 70 years old.
It seems
He
like
looks good for 70. That's what I'm saying. But like, it's just weird to see him. Like when I think about Jeff Goldblum, I think about like the original.
He was
seems
married to Gina Davis in her heyday.
really.
Good for him.
It seems like Jeff Goldblum has really saturated himself in his character.
Yeah.
That he does. You know, like
He's
that,
into it.
That's his shtick, is doing that you know, vague, eccentric, whatever, and and he just leans into it very hard in everything he does. You know, everything he does is very Jeff Goldblum-esque.
I'll put it this way. When I think about Jeff Goldblum, I think about, like, the first, other than the glasses, obviously, the first thing I think about is, like, the fucking thick black hair.
Real quick.
It's like Eric Bischoff.
Hannah responded back with laughing emojis and said, feet professionals.
Feet Pros Inc. It's our new business.
Feet Pros Inc.
Look up FPI. We're in the phone book.
FPI.
Go get an
That's
FPI
funny.
shirt for off air
I'm telling her FPI.
with a badge.
Feet professionals. What'd you say, Incorporated?
Yeah, Feet Pros Inc.
Feet Pros.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.